Welcome into the Hawks Nest here on this Wednesday evening, the second half of our doubleheader between the Humber Hawks and the visiting Conestoga Condors as we welcome you inside the gym here on this cool evening upstairs. Kyle Dalton alongside my broadcast partner Matt Hamill with you here tonight. And Matt, the Hawks are coming into this one not only 14-0 on the season, but ranked as the #1 team in the nation.
Yes,
something to play for here tonight as they hope to continue this win streak and the undefeated season.
Yeah, and that's huge, right? You look at the way the playoffs are formatted, and being that higher seed allows you to play at home. And Humber they've been great at home. They've been great on the road. 14-0, and you haven't seen any other team in the OCAA put together that. There is another unbeaten squad on the other side, right? In the East, you got Durham, 13-0, but for Humber, it's just been a fabulous effort. And Kyle, look at the defensive numbers there. You see really amongst some of the top competition in the OCAA West Division, Humber stands out in a couple different regards, but the defensive play for sure.
Yeah, the defensive play that has been one of their keys and the reason why they went so far last season and all the success that this team had. And head coach Omar Miles looking to keep this good vibes going here as the Hawks are led by, Matt, two key players that kind of lead the offensive stride for their teams. The dynamic duo of Malik Grant and Jalen Menzies. So we got our first look, Matt, at number 5. Malik Grant having a great breakout season here for the Hawks.
Yeah, no question. I mean, he has been that dude on a lot of occasions for Humber. You know, there's really so many players Humber has to work with, right? Jalen Menzies is another guy who's kind of right underneath Grant in the points per game scoring for the Hawks. So a couple different guys. I mean, those are the only two Hawks that average double digits per game. And I'll tell you what, those guys are able to get a lot done on the offensive end. But there's a look at a Conestoga team, and in terms of their scoring, they have a couple players that are in the double digits average per game, right? But leading the way is Emmanuel Liao. I mean, he's got an absolutely stellar performance on the season. There's a look at those top scorers for both teams. Or Menzies is the second leading scorer for Humber, but again, lots of talent on both sides of the court. We'll see if Jalen Menzies can get going, right? He's, of course, a player that we know can be explosive. At times, though, he's kind of been less of a factor than we would expect out of him, right? He's certainly has that potential to be a game breaker. We'll see if number 23, Jalen Menzies, does just that here today as we're getting ready for the player introductions. Yeah,
Menzies coming off a 13-point performance in the win against Fanshawe. So you mentioned looking for a nice bounce-back performance here tonight as the Hawks look to extend their perfect season to 15, as we'll send it down for our player introductions here tonight.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Nest here at the Humber Athletic Center for tonight's matchup between the visiting Conestoga Condors and your Humber Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your officials for the game. Joel Vila, Adam Zoni, and the crew chief, Augie Sokolovich. And it's now time to welcome the starting lineups for both the teams. Firstly, for the Conestoga Condors. Leading off, from future, the 6'1" guard, number 6, Jose Davis. From future, the 6'2" guard, number 12, Adam Aitos. From London, Ontario, 6'4" guard, number 20, Joseph Avaraji. From Guelph, Ontario, 6'7" forward, number 23, Landon Hart. And from Kitchener, Ontario, the 6'6" forward, number 35, Emmanuel Leo. The head coach for the Conestoga Condors is Avery Sutton. All right, Hawks Nation!
Matt, here we go. Starting lineups are set. Hawks with the consistent 4, and then Adrian Aluyi, who's been a rising star here in the last few games, gets the start here tonight, his 5th start of the season. He'll take the jump, and we're just about set to get underway. Second matchup of the season between the Hawks and the Condors.
Yeah, a lot of great talent on this number 1 team in the nation, Humber Hawks. Kobena Antwi, number 12, you see on the far side of your screen, an electric player who is a bit of a bruiser, comes in with a lot of heat when he drives to the hoop. We'll see how he performs tonight.
Awarji will try to start things off, and he does. It's a triple for number 20, Joseph Awarji. And the Condors off to a good start, 15 seconds in. 1 for 1 as Menzies looks to get the offense going down low. Antwi spins away, lost control of the ball, and it's Aluyi. Hawks 14-0 on the season, the number 1 team in the nation, as Grant up and down doesn't go. Rebound for Aluyi and spills into the hands of Landon Hart.
Yeah, so it's the Condors with the first bucket of the game and 3 on the board. We'll see if Humber can try to get settled in on the offensive end as the game goes along here.
Down low for Liao, and it's an offensive foul against Liao. Aluyi draws the contact.
Conestoga's number 35, Matt O'Leary. First ball, first team foul for Conestoga.
Cameron David bringing up the ball. David in his 5th year. And aforementioned David, the triple, looking for a response, doesn't go. And the rebound once again for Awarji. Here's Eichels for the Condors. Last time these two teams matched up was earlier on in the season. It was a massive victory for the Hawks, the largest of the season, as right to the rim as Davis doesn't go. Rebound for Grant. Ahead for Menzies on the fast breaks. This is where he does his best work, and he lays it in.
Yeah, nice finish there, and that's going to get him on the board for the first time tonight, get his team on the board.
Down low, the Davis on the inside lays it in. Cameron David got caught a little bit, going for the steal. Nice to get Menzies going early on. He's definitely a field player. Loves to get early touches as Aluyi drives baseline on the inside against Liao and lays it in.
Yeah, that's just another solid play. Aluyi is really effective in tight like that. He gets the finish, and Humber now within 1.
Aluyi playing with a lot of confidence here in the second half of the season. Menzies coming in for the steal. Almost stripped it away, he does, but the Condors get it back. Here's Davis, cuts on the inside, and it's off of David and out of bounds with 3 on the shot clock.
Talk about those latest national rankings. Humber taking the number 1 spot. Now, some other Ontario teams are in the mix in that national top 10. You got St. Clair in the 6th spot. Kyle, they had previously in the season been that number 1 ranked team, but Humber beating St. Clair twice this season and taking that number 1 spot.
Connects Jalen Menzies from distance. And the Hawks lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and that could be a little worrisome for the Condors to see number 23 feeling the heat early in the game.
Down low, it's Liao, doesn't go. Gets his own rebound, gets Aluyi and puts it in.
Yeah, solid effort there by the leading scorer for the Condors.
Emmanuel Liao averages a double-double. 13 points, 10 rebounds. On the inside for Antwi. Grant looking to get going here. 5 seconds on the shot clock on the inside with contact. Tough finish for Malik Grant.
Such a 1-2 punch for Humber, right? Jalen Menzies, number 23, and then that guy right there, Malik Grant. Both on the board now.
Yeah, it's Eichels now. Looking to get a bucket here, a strong finish.
Yeah, hardest working man in showbiz, Adam Eichels. Averaging 4 points per game this season, an early start here for him.
Menzies the triple. He's feeling good here tonight as coming off the screen, Menzies connects with the 3.
You can tell he's fired up too after, like you mentioned, maybe not as many points as he's used to scoring in their most recent game, but off to a blistering hot start here.
Quick 8 points for Menzies as David gets around Davis. And a no-look pass to Louis.
Kyle, it's worth mentioning Humber's most recent game. Yeah, it was a home win against Fanshawe, but Humber was really kind of limping their way through that game, and it was kind of unusual as we get a steal here for the Hawks.
It's Grant. Lays it in. Oh, watch out. Grant was thinking about it, but he just lays it in as Desjardins on the bench puts his arms up looking for the dunk.
Kind of seemed like we were going to be sweeping up glass. He was attacking the hoop, but here's another dunk earlier in the game. Outstanding work from Louis. But Kyle, just to go back to that point, in that recent game on Sunday against Fanshawe, I mean, maybe it was Saturday. Memory doesn't serve me.
On the weekend.
But, you know, there we go. Let's not get bogged down by the details here. But Kyle, ultimately, it was just Humber barely was able to beat a Fanshawe team who's kind of been lower in the standings and was missing a lot of their key players. So kind of wild to see how Humber performed in that game. Again, coming away with the win, but probably looking at tonight as a chance to get back on track, right? It's one thing to get a win. It's another thing to feel good about a win. And I think Humber so far tonight looks like they're on track to maybe have a good performance and, you know, really get a signature win that they're accustomed to getting in this kind of season.
Yeah, that three-point jumper was not falling for the Hawks. 4 of 22 as a team against Fanshawe. Menzies was 1 of 8 from 3, so not one of his greatest offensive performance, but he's been on a tear already. He had 13 points in the game against Fanshawe. He's got 8 here in the first 4:20 of this one, including a couple 3 balls. Menzies is one of those guys, you can tell when he's got that extra step in his game, and tonight seems like one of those nights. Awara G in the corner, fights off the defense there from Brady Clark. On the inside as Lucas Lewis also checks in. And Lewis gonna get charged for a foul. So same starting 5 for the Condors. Actually, Kevin Nath checks in. Number 3 there for the Condors. Here's a triple, it's good. On the far side, it's Bram.
Yeah, his first bucket of the game.
Here's Lewis. The big man in his first year with the Humber Hawks. Menzies thought about a step back triple. Goes to Lewis on the inside. Good matchup down low. Nice defense there from Liao. As Osas Joshua comes away with it. Here's Grant, the triple connects.
Yeah, outstanding work that time as look out. Grant and Menzies both appear to be on one here on this Wednesday night basketball game.
15 points combined for the Hawks. Malik Grant and Jalen Menzies. And we're just midway through this first quarter, Matt, and Hawks offense is clicking on all cylinders. They scored 90 points in the win against Conestoga earlier on in this season. It was a huge victory for the Hawks in Conestoga, 92-40. And they actually held the Condors to only 10 points in the entire second half. As this one down low, laid in by Brandon Kemeyu.
Yeah, remarkable stats you're talking about there. The last time these two teams met, Humber in that game just really sucking up all the oxygen in the gym that day.
Grant's turnaround doesn't go. Rebound scooped up by Hart, but taken away by Grant. Into the corner for Isaiah Brady Clark, and it's good.
How do you like that? The second-year guy with a big 3 ball as Humber's lead up to 8 now.
Starting to shoot the 3 ball extremely well down the stretch here as Osas Joshua takes the charge, going the other way. And it's on the heels of a Brady Clark triple. Matt, he's just shooting under 40% from 3. Can't ask for much more, like you mentioned, from the second-year man. See if Grant can maybe push the pace here, continue his hot start. Brady Clark, the fadeaway jumper doesn't go. Tough shot. And rebound scooped up here by Kim Yu. Back the other way, baseline, tapped away by Grant.
Good active hands by Humber there as Grant's kind of interfering with Conestoga trying to get settled in. Kyle, we talk about that rebounding or that defensive effort for Humber throughout the season, and you know, rebounding has been a strength. Humber leads the OCAA in total rebounds per game, just under 47 averaged over the course of the season. So again, you just look at all the different factors, right? The defensive play, rebounding, and all the offensive weapons, and that's a recipe for a #1 team in the nation, as the Hawks have proven themselves to be.
8-point ball game here, and it's another offensive foul. This time it's going against Kim Yu. And the Condors with a few turnovers here in the last few possessions after they got off to a nice start. They're stuck 8 right now, and the offense kind of stalling. Here's a triple, it's good. As Timothy Morant getting some run here in the last few games. First-year player comes up with a big triple. 11-point lead now for the Hawks as it continues to grow. The offense shooting remarkably well. And inside, and a good finish there by Buffon. Here's Morant. Brady Clark. Grant thought about a triple. A lot of contact, ball comes loose. Scooped up back the other way with contact and lays it in. Plus the foul for Tristan Braham. And the Condors with a nice couple possessions here, Matt, to cut into this lead. It's down to 7 with Braham going to the line.
Yeah, so 7-point lead for Humber. And, you know, we've seen Menzies out of the mix here after his red-hot start to the game. Grant will now be checking out. So a couple of fresh legs into the game for Humber. You got Victor and Dongo in the mix. Isaiah Brady Clark hit that 3. He's still on the court right now. Got Taj Motiki Stevens, and he's a guy who's been known to pull off some strong attacks to the hoop. So he's got the ball down low right now.
Against Kemayu, steps back from the elbow, doesn't go. Rebound tapped around. Kemayu comes away with it. And slowed down here by Buffon. Over on that far side, it's Braham coming on the inside. Morant tried to take the charge, but I think his feet might have been inside that cylinder there. And a blocking foul. And baseline, Matt, so no free throws. Both teams with already 3 team fouls.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Ripped away by Isaiah Brady Clark.
Morant through the timeline here with under 2 to go in the first. Good offensive start for both teams as Morant step back triple doesn't go. Long rebound. Buffon couldn't corral it, and Morant will get it back with 10 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. Morant to the right. J.R. Harewood, too strong. Rebound finds Morant. He'll swing it over to Brady Clark. Doesn't go. Rebound Motiki Stevens. Another chance. Inside, lays it in. Third chance didn't go, but Motiki Stevens as Harewood put it on the pressure, and it's going to be a foul. Going to go against Harewood. But Matt, you got to love the not only second chance opportunity, but third chance. And finally finished off by Motiki Stevens.
Yeah, and so far Humber has been able to kind of get in the driver's seat of this game, and this kind of 8-point cushion has been a pretty consistent through line in this opening quarter, and Humber looking to finish off the quarter with some good vibes. They're going to have to be in the defensive side of things right now with Conestoga putting the ball in play.
Here's Braham, and he's going to turn it over here. It's going to be backcourt violation, miscommunication with Kevon Nath. 70 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Motiki Stevens. Here's Desjardins. Desjardins swing pass. Morant the triple. Looked like some tip there.
Yeah, got a piece of it.
Ofanya got a piece of that.
So both teams kind of trading fruitless offensive possessions.
And something you don't see too often, bonus opportunity in the first quarter. But the Hawks racking up the fouls. As Nath to the line. First free throw is good. Nath shoots it at about 71% from the charity strike. And it's back to a 6-point game with under a minute to go. Morant getting some good run here. Only averages about 5 minutes per game. Get an opportunity here. Here's Desjardins. Swing pass over to Morant. Morant on the inside. Nice pass down low for Motiki Stevens, and he went up and down by himself. Traveling call.
That's too bad because it was a hot feed there coming in from Morant. Is into the hands of Aluyi, but yeah, it kind of got a little bit of awkward collision there with the defender and turning it over.
And for maybe 2 for 1 here for the Condors. They go on the inside, swinging into the corner. The three from Buffon is good. And it's a one-possession game here late in the first.
And that's big. Now, this is a big possession for Humber. Not a big difference here between the game and shot clock. So maybe the last possession if the Hawks want to hold it.
Motiki Stevens, pump fake, lays it in. Taj Motiki Stevens lead back up to 5 here. 8 seconds to go. As Braham will look for the final shot. He's getting double team here, has to swing it away, and Dongo at the buzzer. Doesn't go. Made one at the buzzer last week. He was looking for another one. That one just a bit left, but the Hawks will take it and lead by 5, Matt, after the first quarter. They led by as many as double digits for a moment there, but the Condors with a late push in this first quarter to cut it to 5 and a nice offensive start for both sides.
Yeah, and it was kind of a Groundhog Day vibe there with Ndongo taking that last second deep Hail Mary shot, but not able to convert. So heading into the first intermission here, Kyle, we got to like what we've seen from Humber. They're able to, reestablish that lead out to 5, and that does kind of help, even just psychologically, right? Not it being just a one-possession game that Conestoga can come out and tie up right off the opening whistle here. But we'll see how things shake out after 1 quarter of play, Kyle. We're looking at some of the stats, and the three-point shooting for Conestoga, well, it's been efficient. Actually, it's been perfect. 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. A couple different players chipping in on that front. Humber's three-point shooting, not too shabby either. 5 for 9. That's good for 57%. Check that, 55%. Semantics. But ultimately, it's a 29-20 4-point lead. And Coach Omar Miles not in the mix tonight for the Humber Hawks. At any rate, the newly minted #1 team in the nation has established a nice little foothold in this game. And we'll see if Humber can continue the strong play. Starting in this second quarter, Kyle, on the court for Humber. There you see in the middle of your screen, Jalen Menzies. On the near side, there's Malik Grant. And we'll see if those 2 studs for Humber can get it going as they did in the first and continue to help Humber create some separation.
Yeah, they both combined for 15 points. And here's Grant. Swing pass into the corner, wide open 3 for Desjardins. Comes up short. Weak side rebound controlled there by Liao. Here's Eichels. Settling down the offense. Eichels. Buffon hit a 3 to end off that first quarter. He'll try a jumper this time. Comes up short. Long rebound. Here's David. Swings it for Menzies. doesn't go. Rebound, Aluyu flies in for the board. Back to Grant. Over to David. Fakes a three on the inside, scoops it up and in.
Wow, great take there. He had a lot of space to work with from beyond the arc, but David drives it to the hoop in a beautiful finish.
Eichels. Liao. Nath gets pushed by Menzies, and that'll be a foul.
Menzies' first foul of the evening.
Menzies thought he might have just caused the backcourt violation, but instead it gets called with the foul. Minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Nath. Menzies went for the steal. Cut it on the inside. Doesn't go. Liao gets stripped by Grant. Gets it back and turned away by Grant. And now he'll take it back the other way. Malik. Swing pass into the corner. Desjardins. That's way off. Too long. Buffon against Grant. Goes baseline. Swing back up top for Nath. That one just short. Rebound for Grant. Here's Menzies on the fast break. And a blocking foul as Menzies draws the contact after a nice setup by Malik Grant.
Yeah, and what a good play by Humber, feeding Menzies that opportunity to get him in towards this type of situation, right? Either he's going to find a way to make that layup or he's going to draw the foul. And this is a guy that can rack up the points for Humber on those fast breaks.
Menzies finished top 3 in scoring in the OCAA last season. Missed some time at the start of the year this year.
Yeah, that was a season where Humber went 13-5 in the regular season and won the provincial championship. Durham hosting the OCAA finals last year, and Humber upsetting Durham in the semis en route to a provincial gold.
Menzies missed both free throws on the back end of that play. It's a three-pointer is good, and it's Buffon, his second of the game, and it's a 4-point lead. Menzies an 80% free throw shooter, doesn't miss both nearly ever. He'll try to respond here. Here's David. As Antwi in the corner, he'll take it himself. Doesn't go. Rebound for Eichels. A chance to cut it to a one-possession game. Buffon. It's the matchup here against Grant. Eichels. Pressured by David. Eichels behind the back. A little bit too much as it's taken away by Aluyi. And Aluyi gives it right back as Grant will be called for the kickball. So a little bit sloppy on both sides there. But the Condors have cut into this lead. 4-point game.
Yeah, Kyle, it's certainly, you know, we mentioned the matchups in the Coach Miles era for Humber with Conestoga. I mean, 4-3, right? It's been some close contests. You mentioned that overtime victory for Conestoga last year.
A triple there, too long by Awarji.
So, Kyle, no surprise we're seeing a close contest here. Humber at times has been able to pull away, but Conestoga stayed in it.
Grant against Awarji. Here's Antwi yet to take a shot. That one doesn't go, just a tad short. Rebound for Eichels. Eichels, two-man game with Liao and lays it in. Liao up to 4 points, and Matt, it's a 2-point ball game. The Hawks led as many as 11 at one point here in this first half. Aluyi looking for a Grant. The 10-footer bounces in and out. And rebound for Eichels. As the Condors a chance to tie or take the lead, as Eichels will take it himself. Doesn't go. Rebound Antwi ahead for Menzies on the fast break and spills off the rim. Menzies comes up empty. Liao. Eichels. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Liao against Aluyi. Has to put something up. That one spills off the rim. Liao just took it away from Aluyi and lays it in, and we're tied at 31. David steps away from three. That one's short as Antwi will fly in and try to save it. And Nath tried to, and he'll throw it away, so the Hawks will gladly take that back.
Yeah, that's kind of typical Kwabena Antwi right there, right? Just putting his body on the line, and he's going to fight hard. And ultimately, the result is a Humber possession on the sideline here. Antwi will be the one inbounding it for the Hawks, trying to break this game out of the tie that we found ourselves in. Conestoga started strong here in the second quarter and continued some solid play, and we're almost halfway through the frame, and here we are, Kyle, all knotted up.
To 14 on the shot clock, they get that settled in. I think the refs want a full change, so yeah, they'll give them 24 seconds. They're going to say it was a full possession change as Lucas Lewis, the former St. Lawrence member, as Grant will try a triple. Doesn't go. 3 in a row, the Hawks have come up empty from distance. And the Condors might have a chance to take the lead for the first time since the opening 11 seconds of the game. Down low, Liao against Lucas Lewis. Looked like a lot of contact. And Grant will come away with the ball. Antwi into the corner. Brady Clark made one earlier, and he makes another. Isaiah Brady Clark, couple triples here in the first half.
Yeah, it's a big contribution from Isaiah Brady Clark in this first half. Yet another 3, and that helps Humber get back out to the lead here. See if they can build on that going forward.
Here's a floater from the baseline.
Dang.
Or rather the free throw line, and that'll go with some contact. And free throws coming up here for Afanya. As Matt, we get a look here at the Brady Clark triple.
Yet another long ball from number 8, Isaiah Brady Clark, in his second year of OCAA action. He was able to get some experience in his rookie season with the Hawks, and he has just continued to take a step up here in the workload he's getting with the Hawks. But the Conestoga Condors can tie it up here with this one.
Afanya, not a great free throw shooter, comes up empty on that one. Now it's Antwi ahead, just trying to force that pass. And it's taken away by Liao. 1 point ball game here, midway through the second quarter. Ram, Liao, leading scorer on the season for the Condors, and that's going to be a moving screen on Liao.
Well, Kyle, Humber has got this delicate 14-0 record, right? You know, every team taking on the Hawks would love to be that squad to hand them the first L of the season. And we know, again, before we mentioned that Conestoga has had a habit giving Humber tough games. Even when maybe you look on paper, you look at the standings, and you might think, oh, you know, there's a bit of a disparity there. But we'll see how this one plays out. Hawks are looking to get some momentum back right now. That bucket from Malik Grant will help the cause.
Malik Grant, tough finish, up to 9 points. Nice response for the Hawks. Here's Bram. Down low, the wide open jumpers. Too long there. Or Varshinry.
Okay, Kyle, so free throws coming up for Malik Grant. So far tonight, he's got 9 points, so a chance to get into double-digit territory as we approach the 4-minute mark in the second quarter. Grant is an effective scorer, a long athlete as well. He's 6'7", long arms, and the only other player his height in the gym is Lucas Lewis. So 2 of the tallest fellas playing on the court tonight, both on the Humber side, both making some contributions here tonight. Grant now up to 11 points here.
Down low as the Condors with the cut back into this lead, taken away there by Motiki Stevens. Here's Grant, back on the inside, puts it up and in. Malik Grant getting all he wants down low.
Yeah, Kyle, he was coming out hotter than a $2 pistol earlier in this game, and he had some big plays, and now he's kind of finding that rhythm again the past couple of possessions.
Spinning away here, 5 on the shot clock, into the corner, doesn't go, weak side rebound for Grant. Back the other way. Malik Grant will slow it back down, just over 3 minutes to go. Grant to his left with the right hook, puts it in. Timeout on the floor as Malik Grant is getting all he wants right now. 15 points, it's a game high.
Yeah, and just possession after possession, number 5 is looking comfortable with that ball and just kind of seems undeniable, right? When you have an athlete that's just that committed and that confident, you know he's going to be able to do some damage. So the timeout called by Avery Sutton, head coach of the Condors, to try and slow the roll. Now that is not Omar Miles. Coach Miles not in the mix tonight, so got some assistant coaches stepping up here. But at the end of the day, Kyle, we are looking at a Humber team that has had so much in their favor. Coaching, scoring ability, defensive play, just a very complimentary team. And again, they've earned themselves that #1 ranking in the nation, and that's all well and good. But for the Humber Hawks, they're hoping to not only follow up last year's provincial gold with another provincial championship this year, and like we mentioned before, they might have some home advantage for some of that action. We'll look ahead to that in February. But Kyle, for the national tournament last year, Humber settled for bronze, and we'll see if Humber can maybe improve on that as Vanier College is set to host the CCAA Men's Basketball Championship. And that will be, again, a little bit down the line. But for right now, Kyle, Humber looking to improve to 15-0 here tonight, but it's a tough matchup against Conestoga. Hawks lead by 9 right now.
And a 6-0 Malik Grant sprint right now. And taken away here by Burke. Back the other way, he'll take it himself. But looks like it's going to be a double dribble call, Matt, against number 24, Dwayne Burke. First-year man out of Whitby.
Yeah, maybe coming in a little too hot on that drive and losing the grip a little bit. Double dribble called.
Tristan Bram. Try to pass inside, and it's going to be a push at the back there by Brady Clark, I believe. It'll be a push in the back, but it'll go against Burke. That'll be his first. So still 9-point lead here. Condors got it to a tie ball game just a few minutes ago, and the Hawks have sprinted up to 9. Here's Eichels. Good defense there by the Hawks. It's Nat, the contested triple, comes up short. Menzies tries to keep it in, but a nice play by Eichels there to just throw it off of Menzies.
Yeah, very well executed there by Conestoga's number 23.
Now, pardon me, that's landed hard.
Yeah, give Hard credit. I mean, high IQ play, but turned right back over to Humber, so all for naught.
Landon Hart, number 23, guarding Malik Grant. Nice pass on the inside. Isaiah Brady Clark, as the Condors defense got confused down low, and Grant finds his man. 11-point game right now, right up to the rim, doesn't go. Good defense from Grant. He's been all over the floor here in this first half. Especially here in this second quarter with 8 points. Just over 2 minutes to go. Hawks lead by 11. Isaiah Brady Clark. Here's Grant, and a traveling call on Malik. So a couple ball handling turnovers here for the Hawks in the second quarter. Saw a double dribble on Berg. There's the aforementioned Eichels there, number 12, spinning in on the inside, turned away by Louis. Here's Andongo, ahead for Brady Clark. He'll slow it down. Menzies to Grant. 1:40 to go here in the first half. Menzies from the free throw line. The southpaw puts it in. Hawks lead by 13.
And put Menzies in double digits. Now he's got 10 points on the night as we get a look at the solid crowd turned out for this one tonight.
Turned away, here's Menzies. Ahead for Brady Clark, scoops it in.
Kind of Scooby-Doo action there as he slips on the court, but ultimately recovering and helping propel Humber to a 15-point lead right now.
Eichels down low here for Kemayu. Lots of contact, doesn't go as the Condors are in a slump right now. Here's Grant, under a minute to go, as Nath can't keep that one in. And officials called it off of the Condors, or off of the Hawks rather, but I think they're going to change this call.
Yeah, having a little chit-chat right now to sort that out. And yes, it will be Humber's ball right in front of their own bench.
17 seconds on the shot clock as Brady Clark will check it in. Clark, a nice first half as well, up to 11 points. Grant got the mismatch against Nash. He'll fade away, and that's just butter. Too small. Malik Grant says as he puts it in, he's up to 17 points here in the first half.
Yeah, pretty solid first half from number 5. And we still got maybe a possession or two to go.
As that one is good. Nice second effort there from Brendan Kemayu.
Shot clock and game clock pretty much identical right now, Kyle. Grant with it, taking his sweet time.
It's a season high first half points here for Grant with 17. He'll spin away, step back triple. It goes!
Head out of town.
The hot hand, Malik Grant. Oh, it's good! Eichels from distance. Oh, exchanging threes with Malik Grant. As Eichels, the half-court buzzer beater, cuts the lead to 15. What a way to finish off the first half.
I mean, Grant was that dude in the first half, and he finishes off with a three-pointer to give him 20 points in the first 2 quarters. But just like that, I mean, that was really a perfect last-second buzzer beater lob, a golden opportunity. Conestoga converts, and they pull themselves back within 15.
Like you said, Malik Grant, 20 points, leads the way. Menzies has 10, Brady Clark with 11 for the Hawks, and Eichels with a nice way to finish off the first half with a triple from half court, as that'll do it for the first half. The Hawks lead by 15. We'll be back for our second half coverage right after this. Stay with us.
grab some popcorns, enjoy these 10 minutes, and make sure you come back for an exciting second half of the men's basketball between the Conestoga Condors and your Humber Hawks.
And we welcome you back to the Hawks Nest as the crowd gets things going here in the second half as the Hawks leading by 15. Lots to be happy about if you're in the stands here tonight, Matt, as the Hawks lead this one. Kyle Dalton alongside Matt Hamill with you for the remainder of this one. Matt, the Hawks controlled most of that first half, and it was the Malik Grant show as this one went down to the wire.
Yes, sir. And Malik Grant, super strong first half, 20 points to show for it. Menzies was also strong for Humber, so Conestoga has their work cut out for them, finding themselves down 15. Make that 13 as they get the opening bucket of the half, much like they did in the opening half.
They cut into this lead as Antwi on the inside looking for Grant, plus the foul. Malik Grant had 20 in the first half. You can add 2 more, 25 seconds into the third quarter.
Yeah, you know you're feeling good when you already exceed your game average in just one half of play. And Malik Grant picking up right where we left off. Chance for the three-point play, and he hits it. And there you go. Humber's lead up to 16 now. Highest it's been all game.
Almost a wide open play there for the Condors as Knapp will send it back up to the top.
And Kyle, Humber's largest lead all game is actually 18.
Landon Hart had that one taken away, and Menzies scoops it up with the left hand. And the largest lead. Tied it, right? 18 now. Michaels pass it over to Kevin Knapp, but lost it. It's Menzies again, this time with the right hand, plus the foul. Jalen Menzies, and the Hawks lead continues to grow. It's 20 now, and Menzies up to 14.
Boy, it's got to be frustrating for the opposing teams as Jalen Menzies just seems to be Mr. Perfect in those types of situations, right? And once again, not only gets the layup, draws the foul. Humber up by 20 now, and there's a good shot at number 23. He's got 14 points, going on 15. He can dial in and hit this one.
That one doesn't go. 0 for 3 at the line tonight for Menzies, uncharacteristic, but he does have 14 points. Jumper from Nath doesn't go. And a rebound for Antwi. Back the other way, Grant will slow things down. Game high 23 points, as we've mentioned, as tries to keep that one alive. And they're saying over and back, but I thought that one was tipped. I thought that one was tipped out of the hands of Grant. And Matt Grant's season high so far this season, 24 points, which was a win here at home against St. Clair, a 1-point victory that we saw. As this one's going to be off of Menzies and it's going to stay with the Condors. So he's only 1 point away from tying his season high.
Yeah, for a guy who averages a team high 15.5 points per game, he has very much led the Hawks in a big way here today. And they're up by 20. And that's really the product of a couple guys dialed in here today, but especially number 5.
Liao on the inside, but it's going to be waved off. Going to be charged for the offensive foul with the rip through. So the largest lead of the game now, 20 points. Condors coming in this one. Sorry, Matt.
Go
Condors
ahead.
coming in this one, 5-9 on the season.
That's exactly where I was going with it, Kyle.
So they're kind of battling, trying to get things going here before the playoffs come. They're kind of right in that middle of the pack here, the bottom, just holding on to that. Looks like it's a 7th seed.
Last year, Conestoga finished with a record of 4-14. So they've already improved upon that this year, Kyle.
Oh, big block. Louis. And one of those wins was here at the Hawks Nest. As David on the inside, lots of contact behind that, back to Louis, puts it in.
Yeah, everything is going Humber Hawks' way right now. Is another excellent play. David with the little cheeky pass, almost caught Louis off guard, but Adrian did get the finish. David now causing problems in the defensive end.
Not giving Nath any space as Eichels will corral it with 5 to go on the shot clock. Into the corner for Nath. Probably should have put that one up. He'll try this one. Goes off the rim. Weak side rebound. Scooped up and in by Landon Hart.
Yeah, we know how good of a rebounding team Humber is. That time, coughing one up on the offensive board for Conestoga, and that's finishing it off for a chance for Conestoga to cut the lead down to 22.
As Antui's triple doesn't go. And here's Hart. Picked up his first bucket on the last possession. It's Nath, the triple. Doesn't go. And a rebound for Grant. Looking for his season high. He'll find Menzies. Quick trigger 3. Doesn't go. Hit the scoreboard. Or the shot clock, rather. And it'll stop play. Louis will check out. So Lewis back in. Brady Clark back in. Louis and David will get some rest here with 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Eichels, Liao. Here's Buffon. Buffon, a nice stretch off the bench for him. 8 points, leads the way as Grant scoops it up and in. 25 big points for Malik Grant, a season high.
And what a great time of year, too, for a leader like Grant to have a game like this. See if he can carry over some of this heroic energy into the playoffs.
Eichels bumps off of Antwi and scoops it a bit short. Rebound for Grant. Malik Grant at 6 rebounds coming into this quarter as Antwi will get a couple free throws, so going to be close to that double-double for Malik Grant as well. And Matt, you talked about, gaining some momentum before the playoffs. Hawks have a decent stretch here before the end of the regular season, but the final game of the regular season will be here at home against the Sheridan Bruins, which will be a great matchup. Sheridan, another great season for them as well. They're sitting at 9-5.
Yeah, Wednesday, February 5th. That will be certainly a packed house here at the Hawks Nest for the rivalry matchup, and again, capping off the regular season.
Great way to end off the regular season. Kind of get some of that juice flowing into the playoffs. As Antwi comes up short, or a bit too long rather, on that one. Back up, it's Brady Clark. The triple doesn't go, and a rebound for Hart.
Yeah, Humber looking to try to turn a missed free throw into a 3-ball, but not going to get any points there.
Inside, that one doesn't go. A little bit too strong there for Bram, and here's Antwi. Swing pass looking for Osas Joshua. Good active hands from Nath. And it'll lead to a substitution here. J.R. Harewood back into the game. So largest lead just continues to grow. It was 18 coming into this second half. It's juiced all the way up to 25 here with a good performance here in this third quarter. Malik Grant steps away with contact. Tad short. Here's Bram. Hart now. Landon Hart cuts on the inside. He was looking for Liao, but off his fingertips and out of bounds. Another turnover for the Condors. They had 10 in the first half. Matt, it's been an issue here in the second half.
Yeah, and it's all part of the different factors that have come into play and allowed Humber a sizable 25-point lead. We got about 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Osas Joshua. Here's Brady Clark. Spins away from the defender and puts it in. Tough finish for number 8, who's up to 13 points.
Yeah, he's having really a season night here. Brady Clark with another bucket to add to his total.
Isaiah Brady Clark, the sophomore, having a good season as this one's no good. Rebound for Lucas Lewis. And Brady Clark getting a little bit of run here, but that pass too far ahead of Endongo. And a turnover. Condors will get the ball back with 4:35 to go in the third.
So Isaiah Brady Clark just 1 point shy of tying a season high. He had 14 points on that win against Mohawk on the road back on January 15th. And Kyle, I'd venture to say that is a career high for Isaiah Brady Clark.
A couple of milestones here tonight. As Bram will hold the ball here, trying to get something going. Good defense from Osage Joshua. And Ndongo corrals the rebound. Here's Victor. Finds a lane, takes him himself, doesn't go. Rebound tapped around by Harewood. And turned away by Liao. Ahead for Hart and puts it up and in. Nice finish there by Landon Hart. Here's Brady Clark looking for more, and he does. Scoops it up and in.
There it is right there, season high for Isaiah Brady Clark, and that's going to extend the lead to 27 points in favor of the Hawks.
15 for Isaiah Brady Clark, doing it on both ends of the floor. Bram. Hart with 8 on the shot clock. Has to cut on the inside. Swing pass for 3. Doesn't go. Hart corrals the rebound. Good effort from number 23. Here's Bram. Swing pass. It's Nath. They'll try the jumper. It's a good shot selection by number 3.
And that was a real good effort there. He had some of the Humber defenders kind of swimming as creating some space, bringing the Condors back within 15.
Brady Clark. Osage Joshua thought about a 3. He'll decide to go with a floater. It's the right choice. One of the better 3-point shooters in the OCAA, but takes the floater to go. Cutting on the inside, Liao against Lucas Lewis. And a couple big men going at it. Liao will earn some free throws.
That's going to be Lucas Lewis's 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, foul trouble has been a concern for Lewis this season.
Also with 3 fouls here on the other side of the court is the leading scorer for the Conestoga Condors, Emmanuel Liao, who's got, 3 fouls, so he'll have to kind of monitor that.
Misses his first free throw. So here's Morant now. A few minutes back in the first half. He's got 3 points. Here's Ndongo on the inside with contact. Strong finish from Victoire Ndongo.
And just inching their way to what could be a 30-point lead if Humber can get the next bucket.
Here's a triple now. Doesn't go from Afanya. And here's Morant. Morant on the inside. Tried to dish it out, but found bench. And a turnover from Morant. So Christian Desjardins will check in here as Romeo Osage Joshua. Quiet night for him other than that nice floater he had.
Well, Romeo is a guy that, there'll be those games where he is just able to come through, especially from beyond the arc. But, it's been a couple different guys able to step up today and really lead the way for Humber. Grant currently on the bench, but he has really set the tone for the Hawks with his career night.
Mayu on the inside. And a dish off there to Afanya. And get a couple free throws here for number 25. Afanya in his first year in the OCAA. Kitchener. First free throw is good from Afanya. Hawks have really pulled away here in this second half. There's a 5-point game heading into the second quarter. And the Hawks have really pulled away since, as Morant play the two-man game here with Lewis. It's going to be off the leg of Lewis and a turnover.
Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hawks sitting pretty with a sizable lead, with Conestoga trying to take a chunk out of it.
Here's Tristan Bram. Nice move, a spin around, and the hook shot goes. The lead's cut to 24. Here's Harewood. Morant swings it over to Ndongo. Cross court pass. Desjardins swings it to Harewood. The triple off the front of the rim, and scooped up here by Bram. Bram. North now thought about a three, but loses it with the pressure from Ndongo. Desjardins back the other way. Lots of contact, but doesn't go. Rebound for Bram. He's got Hart ahead. Lewis taps it and scooped up and in. Down low, it's Kameu. And Matt, just like that, when it looked like the Hawks were going to try to pull this game into the 30s, a quick sprint here for the Condors, and it's a 22-point game.
That's going to be the fourth foul for Lucas Lewis, so he has certainly put himself in a bit of a jam in that respect.
Kameu now.
By way of Cameroon, able to hit the extra free throw there.
So good closeout here to the second, or rather the third quarter of the Condors. As Menzies checks back in, and Ndongo, nice pass on the inside for Desjardins, turned away at the rim, and Ndongo gets it back into the corner. Morant thought about a triple. Dish out for Menzies, 5 on the shot clock. Menzies, the floater from the free throw line, and comes up with nothing. As the Condors will get it back here with 37 seconds to go. Down by 21. Bram steps away from Desjardins, plus the foul. And that's back-to-back buckets for Tristan Bram. And Matt, don't look past the Condors. A quick sprint here.
Yeah, they have closed the gap. And Kyle, they have a bit more work to do here, right? But certainly trending in the right direction. We'll see if they're able to maintain that. Or do the Hawks get back on the attack?
Tristan Bram has been a spark plug for this Condors team, coming off the bench here tonight with 11 points. Morant to Menzies, but a 6-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Desjardins. Menzies. Desjardins, that's a deep triple. Got a piece there of Bram again. Here's Hart, 5 seconds to go. Bram looking to keep the hot third quarter going. He's got to put something up. Swings it. I love the shot there from Bram if you're the Condors. But good defense from the Hawks to close out this third quarter. The lead blew up to as many as 26, but it has cut down here to 18 at the end of 3 quarters. And Malik Grant, Matt, leads the way with 25 points for the Hawks. Menzies right behind with 14. Brady Clark with 15. And the Condors with a lot of work to do as we head into the fourth.
Well, we saw some positive signs for the visiting team. But Kyle, you know, it's just been a couple of heroic efforts from several Humber Hawks players. And you mentioned Malik Grant really being the star of the show here tonight. He's no stranger to playing that role. Perfect season for Humber is on the line every game they go into, and so far tonight they've been able to protect that. And after 3 quarters of play, Kyle, Humber is out-rebounding Conestoga, but not by a big margin, 33-30 in that.
You're not stunted. Stunting means you don't put yourself out of position.
Humber's largest lead of the game was 28 points. That is now down to 18. So Conestoga doing a good job of shaving some of that off. 3-pointers, Kyle, for the Conestoga Condors, 5 for 14. Humber 7 for 21. We'll get a look at some more numbers for you here. Here's the breakdown.
Yeah, and the Hawks really struggled from distance in that third quarter. Shot 0 of 6 from 3 and kind of caught a break as well with the Condors. They went 0 for 4 from 3, so you gain some and you lose some as well. But the defense, for the most part, was pretty good outside the last final 2 minutes where Bram kind of took over for the Condors.
Great work by our broadcast crew getting those numbers punched up on screen for you. And this brings us into the fourth quarter of play here.
Final 10. Here's Antwi Menzies. Starting lineup along with Motiki Stevens back out for the Hawks. Here's Antwi. Good defense there from Hart. 5 on the shot clock. Antwi cutting on the inside. And it spills in for Kwabena Antwi. Quiet night for Antwi offensively, but does most of his work on this side of the ball. Here's Hart. It's a triple off the rim. Tapped around and scooped up by Antwi. Good rebound from number 12. Here's David. Back to Antwi. Thought about it. He'll kick it on the inside. Scoops it up. Doesn't go. Rebound for Hart. And he'll look for an outlet at first, but he'll take it himself through the timeline. Bram, he's been the best player on the floor for the Condors here tonight, but he turns this one over. David thought about Menzies, but he'll just slow it down instead. He finds Grant for the wide open triple. It's good. Malik Grant, 28 big ones. And the Hawks up by 23.
Yeah, my goodness, just continuing to pour it on. And who knows how many Grant can have when the night is done. Still a full quarter basically of play left to go. How about a rebound to add to the stat total?
You know, Grant wants more. He'll pull up for 3. It goes! Malik Grant, 31 points here tonight, and the Hawks grow their lead. It's 26. Here's Menzies looking for Grant. Give him some more. Puts it in. Malik Grant show here tonight. 83-59. And it's all Humber here on this Wednesday night.
Yeah, we had an issue with the scoreboard there, Kyle. It's 85-57, so even greater. The 28-point lead, the largest of the game, has been re-established. And oh my goodness, Malik Grant, bucket after bucket. This time he takes it in, throws it down, and gets right up in the grill of the camera, hanging there on the baseline, giving the fans something to cheer about.
What a performance tonight from Malik Grant. 33 points. A season high. And another great dish by Jalen Menzies on the back end of that play.
Good turnout for tonight. It'll be an even better turnout in the crowd. As we mentioned, 2 weeks from tonight, the Humber Sheridan rivalry game right here in the Hawks Nest. We'll have it here for you on the Hawks Sports Network. But if you'd like to be shoulder to shoulder and feel the energy of the gym in a packed house, you can always come on down yourself. But Kyle, for tonight, it's been an entertaining affair as well. 33 points from Malik Grant.
Here's Antwi off the steal. And Kwabena, Antwi, what he does best, active on defense. And the fast break.
And not what Conestoga wanted to see out of the timeout, which was a quick bucket for Humber. Now up by 30, their largest lead of the game.
Kwabena forces another turnover here as we get a look at the scoop up and in from Kwabena Antwi.
Yeah, Antwi has got some athleticism and a real aggressive style where he'll just kind of throw his body around like a cannonball, and oftentimes he's able to get it done.
Oh! Hello, Malik Grant, 35.
Goodness.
90-57.
I mean, there's being on fire, and then there's what we're seeing right here, Kyle. This is next level, and he's showing some love to the crowd.
You know, at first it was like, all right, let's get 30, and Malik Grant skipping up to 36 points as he looks up to the scoreboard, thinking he's got a chance for be 40 or more. 90-57. It's all Humber here tonight. Malik Grant has more than half of the Condors' points. Or is rather half of it. Condors with 57 here this evening as Nath on the inside. And good move around. No Tiki Stevens there was Liao, and he'll head to the line, number 35.
Yeah, Malik Grant has more than a third of Humber's 90 points, which is, you know, saying something with all the contributors Humber has. You know, Jalen Menzies got 14 points here tonight, but 36. The big fella wearing number 5 for Humber as Leo's trying to get his team caught up.
And still lots of time in this one. We'll see how long the Hawks coaching staff, as that one goes a couple times around the rim and falls in.
A little voodoo there, but Kyle, let's take a look at what's possible for Humber. I mean, just responding in this game with this offensive onslaught. We talked about how the most recent game against Fanshawe was not Humber's best performance, right? They were taking on a Fanshawe team that was missing a lot of their key players, and Humber still kind of just struggled through that game as Antwi got the finish there and going to give himself a solid 9 points on the night. But Kyle, for Humber to come out like this, I mean, it just really gets the vibes right and gets the confidence right back through the roof for the #1 ranked team in the nation.
Afonwe's three, way too long. Here's Grant. Looked ahead, he'll take it himself.
Put it up.
You know his teammates want him to shoot it. Here's Menzies. Grant. One-on-one. Malik Grant steps away. He's feeling good. Malik Grant. Keep the ball going. Malik Grant. Feed the hot hand. 38.
Get out of town.
We're up to 39 now.
39, Kyle.
For Malik.
Wow, it's just, you know, one of those kind of nights, Kyle.
When you're feeling good, you're feeling good. And Malik Grant, 39 big ones. And you know who the ball is going to when the Hawks get back up the floor. As that one doesn't go. Rebound, Brady Clark. Fast break. Menzies into the corner. Extra pass. Osage Joshua looking to get on the action. That one doesn't go. And rebound here for Eichels. On the inside, tries to take it himself, and Grant will take it away. Malik Grant will slow it down as Eichels got hurt behind the play. Slowly getting back into it. Menzies triple. Doesn't go. Looked away. Oh, like a Steph Curry-esque, but that one didn't drop. As Eichels here is behind the play, so it's 4-on-5 right now. Condors need a whistle. And they should be kind of calling timeout for themselves as Eichels isn't in the play. You can see only 4 Condors on your screen. But a nice move on the inside doesn't go. And interesting they didn't blow that whistle with the Condors having possession for Eichels. And some concern there. You can see Eichels has been wearing that knee brace, and it looks like he's kind of favoring that same knee. So
he's
some concern there for Eichels. We'll hope he's okay.
But he'll sort of gingerly step off the court now with the substitute in the game. We hope he's all right.
It's under 5 minutes to go now. And here's Grant. So he does have 38, so it's corrected on the score. He puts it up and in. It's a 40-piece for Malik Grant.
Unreal. And Humber got knocking on the door of 100 points for the team, but Grant leading the way with just one of the best performances you're going to see all year in the OCAA.
Malik Grant, an unbelievable performance as that one spills in and out. 15 here in the fourth for Grant. He's looking for more. That's a triple for three. Doesn't go. Rebound scooped up. And it's Hart back the other way with a lefty hook. Doesn't go. Rebound for Clark. As Grant slowly works his way back in. Here he is. Why not more? The jumper, it's good. Malik Grant continues to put up buckets. 42 points, 17 here in the fourth. As Osage Joshua tries to strip it away. Bram, kick out. Oh, interesting, late call.
And that might have slid by, Kyle, if the whole crowd didn't collectively groan.
And Malik Grant's gonna check out. A standing ovation here for Malik Grant. 42 points. A career high for Malik Grant here at the Hawks' Nest. And the Hawks will improve to 15-0 on the back of Malik Grant here tonight.
Yeah, you got to appreciate what he just provided for us tonight. Entertainment and an absolute scoring blitz from number 5 here tonight. Looks like his evening is all done.
Osage Joshua keeps it going, and the Hawks reach the century mark, 101-59. An offensive humbling here by the Hawks. And Matt, you mentioned it, the offense wasn't great against Fanshawe in the Hawks' last game. Any offensive concern is thrown out the window.
And what a homecoming for Humber in that respect, right? And Kyle, the timing as well, right? You got the big rivalry game 2 weeks away here at home. And maybe Grant will be able to recapture a little bit of that lightning in a bottle that he was showing us all tonight. But this is just excellent for Humber as we head into the home stretch of the regular season, the playoffs on the horizon. What a performance for the team, but of course, you got to shine a spotlight on number 5 and what Malik Grant did in front of us here on this Wednesday evening.
And I think it was the right move to take Grant out of the game with what the score is, Matt. But if this was a closer game, you got to think Grant, with the way he was shooting it tonight, maybe he was on his way to a 50-point performance with how he's been feeling here tonight. As Lewis going to get charged for the offensive foul. And that'll be the 4th on Lucas Lewis.
Kind of begs the question, what was the all-time individual scoring record, points in a single game? Kyle, do you have a guess? Most points scored by a OCAA basketball player, men's basketball player in a single game.
I would say into the 70s.
It was 87 points by Marv Snowden by way of George Brown back in the 1973-74 season. The Bee Gees were still cranking out tunes back in the day.
Jordan! Hello!
Just highlight plays coming all over the place. Can't blink or you're going to miss one.
Liao on the inside. Doesn't go. Lewis taps it away. And that was going off Lewis either way. Desjardins getting on the action as we get another look here at the spinorama.
Yeah, that is just a thing of beauty right there, getting the finish. Desjardins with his first bucket of the game.
Not the triple. Too long. Rebound Desjardins ahead for Morant here as the Hawks looking to close out the final possessions as Desjardins right up against Bram. Nice couple possessions here from Christian Desjardins. Bram steps on the inside. Blocking foul. And the bucket is good for Bram, who's having himself a nice evening as the Hawks wanted the offensive foul there. Mad they didn't get it. And that'll send Tristan Bram for the line, looking for the three-point play.
Yeah, tough roll the dice for the defender to take, that big of a collision and not have the call go his way. At any rate, winning is the best solvent for that situation, as Humber looks like they are sitting pretty up by 41 points.
Not too sure. I think they should have counted the bucket. They did, so it was just the one free throw. A little bit of confusion there, but Bram made it either way. Bram with a nice performance off the bench with 14 tonight. Like I mentioned before, definitely the best player on the floor for the Condors, but Desjardins. Oh, he missed the wide open layup. And can't make that one in. And he'll tie up his man as Christian Desjardins. Couple really nice possessions for him and missed the wide open lay. Give him credit, he made himself open there. A little bit of everything here tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Kyle. I mean, it has certainly been just an explosion by Humber, especially in the second half.
Liao looking for Afania down low. Couldn't get it to him. Afania will take it back. Can't scoop it in. Liao, it's 1 against 3 down low. Here's Nath. 8 seconds on the shot clock here and a minute to go. And Afania, wide open layup. And they'll call Lewis for the foul. And that's a tough one for Lewis. That'll be his 5th. So with a minute to go, he'll have to check out. And it'll be a 3-point play for Afania. So tough evening tonight for number 20.
So Taj Motiki-Stevens in the mix, J.R. Harewood. See if maybe Christian Desjardins has a little more in him tonight. He's had a couple of great plays in this fourth quarter. Under a minute before we pack it in here tonight on this chilly Wednesday into January.
Desjardins step back triple, doesn't go. And a rebound for Liao, but a little too casual with it. J.R. Harewood and Dungo will get on the board. Dungo. 35 seconds to go. Should be the final possession here for the Condors. Bram, the shot doesn't go. Rebound for Harewood. Here's Desjardins. He wants another one, but he'll get fouled. And 2 more free throws coming up here for Desjardins. We get a look here at the finish from Ndongo.
Yep, off the glass. Ndongo with 4 points tonight. A couple of his teammates also with 4. Desjardins has that number for the time being, although it looks like he might be able to get past that mark if I don't give him the kibosh. Let's see. Taj Motiki-Stevens also with 4 points here tonight.
There you go. 1 of 2 from the line for Desjardins. Shot clock is off, and this should just about do it. Maybe one final shot here for the Condors. But the Hawks will improve to 15-0 as a foul here, Matt. And looks like we'll get some free throws. As the Hawks are in the penalty, but like I was saying, the Hawks will improve to 15-0 on the season. And the best team in the country continues to do what they do best, and they will clinch first place in the West Division, Matt. And if they want it at the playoff, they continue to win throughout the playoffs, it'll have to go through the Hawks' nest. As Desjardins gets it through the timeline. A little bit of pressure turned away, and the Condors trying to keep it going as Bram gets denied by Desjardins to put a nice cap on this night.
Yeah, what an effort from the Hawks. Just a full team effort. It's been fun to watch. And what a statement win. Again, the newly minted #1 team in the nation, really just kind of showcasing what they're all about. How do you like that?
Hawks will win it 108-69. Their biggest victory at home this season. And it's capped off on the back of Malik Grant. A huge performance. 42 points for Malik Grant in the win, including 17 in the fourth quarter to propel the Hawks to a 109-69 victory and improve to 15-0 on the season.
That was a fun one, Kyle, and maybe a sign of things to come as we head later into this regular season. Can Humber remain undefeated? And what do the Hawks have in store when the playoffs come around? I guess time will tell, but for tonight, my view, that was a fun one.
A fun one indeed. The Hawks improved to 15-0. And a few more games to go before the postseason begins.
Player of the game, Kyle? Who do you got?
Player of the game.
I don't know.
Number 42. Malik Grant indeed. Player of the game. Well earned. That'll do it here at the Hawks Nest here on this Wednesday night. For everybody behind the scenes and my broadcast partner Matt Ham, I'm Kyle Dalton. We thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.